Soham to begin our program with a small poetry. We have with us Mrs. Roshni. She is the guest of honor for the show today. I'll request ma'am to say a few words first. Yes, Roshni,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Renuka ma'am. I'm so privileged today to be a part of this whole, offbeat class, and also get a chance to listen to all the kids perform and also talk about what they think. And yeah, let's begin and let's see how they perform.
Mom, without you, I would have been nothing. You turned me into something. Something that I like. Something that makes me who I am. You took care of all my hobbies. Your love has never fallen short. You always appreciated me for whatever I have done. You always encouraged me to be a nicer person. You made me happy. You cheered for me in every part of my life. Encouraged my good side and discouraged my bad side. You are the best mother a child could ever ask for. You are a mother with a pure core. So I would like to end by saying that roses are red, violets are blue. I love you, Mom, and I know you love me too. Your love was always there, it is here, and it will always be with me. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Soham. And
God has made this beautiful world. God has also made mother, which is good, which is precious gift for us. Mothers to take care of little ones. Uh, need great care. Here is a story that describes how much a mother can love her child.
okay.
Story name is Mother's Love. There was a king. His name Solomon. He was very wise king. One day, God bowed two women in Solomon's court. They were fighting with each other over a newborn baby. Both are said, "This is mine." The king Solomon wanted to make a correct decision, but decision was very tough. After some thinking, King Solomon have a plan. The king ordered the guard cut the child in half and gave half one of each woman. The woman who had been holding the child was afraid and stood still without any words. Stop, stop, cried the another woman. Don't hurt my child. Give the baby to her. I will learn to live without my baby. But don't hurt my child. King Solomon had found real mother of child. He ordered the guard gave the child to the second woman and put the another woman into prison. The moral of the story is no mother can ever see harm come to her child.
Okay,
Thank you. And happy Mother's Day, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, dear, for the nice story you just now said. And now I request Hiba to start her story. Thank you, Anas.
Hello, friends. My name is Hiba Akhtar. Today I am going to tell us about a few lines of my mother. Let's start. She is not only my mom, but my sweet dear friends. She listens to me, she cries with me, she inspires me to be better. I don't need to look outside for a best friend. Mine is at home, she is in my heart, she is my dear mom. All mother, one of the best mom. I love my mom so very much. Thank you, mom, very much. And thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Netik. Okay. Yes, Netik, can we listen to your story? Just a small introduction of Netik. He is the Google boy of Jharkhand. Okay.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I am Naitik Naman. I am going to tell a story. The name of the story is A Mother's Love.
Okay.
One day, Thomas Edison came home and gave a paper to his mother. He said to her, "My teacher gave this paper to me and said, give it only to your mother." As she read the letter out loud to her child, "Your child is genius. This school is too small for him and doesn't have enough good teacher for training him. Please teach him yourself." Many years after Edison's mother had died, Edison had become one of the greatest inventors of the century. One day, he was going to the old closet and found a folded letter which was given by his teacher for his mother. He opened it. The message written on the letter was, "Your child is mentally ill. We cannot let him attend our school anymore. He is expelled from the school." Edison became emotional to read the letter. He wrote in his diary, "Thomas Alva Edison was a mentally ill child whose mother turned him into a genius of the century." The moral of the story is, a mother's love and upbringing can help change the destiny of a child. Thank you. Happy
Very
Mother's
good.
Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, dear. Very nice.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Okay. See, just to give you a short, brief introduction of Naitik, he is a Google boy of Jharkhand. So he has a lot of extra intelligence also, and he's just in UKG, and see the way he has narrated the story. So that is just from the learning point of view, I want to introduce him. There's nothing other than that. So he is a very, very keen learner, and I think an extraordinary child also. Okay.
I would like to also say that Naitik, he was extremely confident while narrating the story.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Naitik.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now I will invite Shrivats to say his story.
Good
Okay?
evening, ma'am. My name is Srivat Rati from Delhi Public School, class 3. I am going to say the story of Ram, the man. There was a man, his name was Sham. He was a destitute. By profession, he was indigo. He used to earn his living by digging. He lived in a small hut. One night, a storm came and Sham's hut was blown away and he was very sad. He had a brother named Ram. He was very wealthy. Ram helped Sham to build a new house, and then Sham was very happy to live in a new house. Thank you.
Thank
The
you.
moral of the story is help destitute people.
Okay. Thank you, dear Shrivats. Very nicely said. And now next from this group, I will also invite Arithro to finish his story before our time.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I'm Arithro. Today is Mother's Day. So, today I will tell a story which I dedicate to my mom, who is also my best friend. The name of the story is Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, a boy named Jack lived with his mother in a small village. They were very poor. One morning, mother brought the only cow which they had and said, "Jack, go sell this old cow in the market and get some money so that we can buy food." Jack said, "All right, mother," and he led the cow to the nearby market. On his way, Jack saw an old man. The old man said, "I know
You are going to sell this old cow in the market. Give it to me. I will give you magic beans. Jack quickly gave the cow and took the beans and ran home. He showed the magic beans to his mother excitedly. Mother was fumed. Mother said, "What good are these beans?" Mother threw the beans out of the window. Next morning, they woke up to a surprise. They saw a huge towering beanstalk right outside their window. Jack thought, "Where is the beanstalk finishing?" and started climbing up the beanstalk. Beyond the clouds, Jack saw a magnificent castle. Jack was curious and entered the castle. There were many rooms. Walking softly, Jack entered a large room filled with sacks and barrels of gold coins. In a corner, a giant was sleeping in a deep sleep. Jack quickly picked as many gold coins as he could and ran to the door and started climbing down the beanstalk. He reached home and showed the gold coins to his mother. Mother was thrilled. Few days later, Jack climbed up the beanstalk again. He saw a hen laying golden eggs. As soon as Jack picked up the hen, it started cackling loudly. Giant saw Jack. Jack ran fast and started climbing down the beanstalk. The giant followed him. He reached the ground and called out his mother. "Mother, give me the eggs." Mother brought the eggs. With a mighty blow of the axe, Jack chopped off the beanstalk, and the giant fell down with a loud thud and disappeared. Jack showed the hen to his mother and said, "Mother, this hen lays golden eggs." Mother was overjoyed, and they live in peace and prosperity ever after. I hope you all have enjoyed my story. Once again, happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, dear Arithro, for the wonderful story with the little props. I just want to tell the children that story reading is very helpful, and you can see the result how Arithro said, because he is a very good reader of storybooks. He has plenty of storybooks, and I think he reads stories every day. So you can see the result, how fluent he was and how well he's narrated the story. Okay, now I request Shashank to just begin our second round with the little poem which he has prepared. Yes, Shashank?
You have loved me long before you thought my name. You were my first home, my shelter from the rain. When I took my first breath, your whole life changed. When I cried my first tears, you felt my pain. When I took my first steps, you were up for the chase. When I learned my first words, we talked and we sang. Oh, how you have loved me through every stage. Oh, how you have been there at every age. I started school when the season began to change. You gave me a tight hug and wished me a great day. You cleaned and made dinner after playing with me all day. Then you tugged me in and made me feel safe. The sky was blue, the road was clear. You still didn't let me change my gear. I know I'm not talking to you much these days, but I promise I'll make it up to you by making your life a heaven kind of place. Your silly habit of throwing your phone at me when you get angry, I get scared that by that a lot, oh Lord jeez. Oh, how you have loved me through every stage. Oh, how you have been there at every age. Here's to a person who took care of me before I was born. Oh, mother, you're a beautiful creation of God. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Shashank. It was really lovely. and really heartwarming. And now I invite Soumya Ji. Soumya, can we have
The
you?
Little Red Hen. Once upon a time, Agnes Hen, Lazy Dog, Sleepy Cat, and Noisy Duck lived in a farm. One day, the hen go to searching some seeds, and he got some seeds. The hen asked, "Who helped me to planting seeds?" Cat said, "Not I." Dog said, "Not I." Duck said, "Not I." He planting seed. Seed was grow into wheat crop, and again asked, "Who help me to cutting wheat crop?" Again all said, "Not I." Where he cutting wheat crop herself. Again asked he question, "Who help me to carry wheat crop to mill
Yes.
and blend it, the wheat crop into flour?" Again all said, "Not I." He carry wheat crops to mill and blend the wheat crop into flour. Who helped me to cook the delicious bread? Again all say, "Not I." He made a delicious bread, and the hen asked, "I am so tired. Who helped me to eat delicious bread?" All say, I will."
Okay.
The hen said, "No way. I will eat the all delicious bread." He eat all delicious bread, enjoy it completely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, dear. A very good try for Soumya Jeet, and very well said. Okay. Yes, the next participant for the group B is, I'll invite Sriniket now. Yes, Sriniket, can we have your story?
Hi, I am Sriniket. I am 4th standard. I am here to share a small story. Once upon a time, there lived the trees and the animals. The trees and the animals were best friends. One day, suddenly, they got a fight. Who is greater? The animal said, "We are only greater than you." The tree said, No, we are only greater than you." The animals said, "We both prove who is greater." The trees accepted. The animals left the forest and they went to the desert without any trees and food. The hunters came and hunted the animals and they went. Meanwhile, people came and cut the trees and they went. The animals realized, we should get shelter and food from trees. That time, the trees realized, the people are scared to enter the forest because of animals. The animals came back and asked the trees, "Where are the other trees?" The trees said, "The other trees are cut down by the people." The trees asked, "Where are the other animals?" The animals said, "The other animals are hunted by the hunters." The animal said, we both are only equal. Moral of the story is, equality is best living.
Very good. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much for the beautiful story. Next, we invite Divit for the story. Yes, Divit.
The camping trip. Rohan and his brother Ryan went to camping with their mom and dad. Ryan and dad set up the tent, while Rohan and mom collected sticks to start bonfire. Once tent was set up, they started a fire in the bonfire pit. Rohan and Ryan looked for long pointy sticks to use for cooking hot dogs over the fire while the fire was heating up. They found 4 perfect sticks out and for each of them, Rohan and Ryan and his mother and father placed a hot dog on a stick. Slowly it was cooked. When it was cooked, they added a bun and ketchup and mayonnaise to it. The hot dogs were delicious. The moral of the story is that the teamwork gave better result.
Okay, thank you. Very nicely said, Divit. Now next I invite Rishabh to say his story.
I tell the story. My story name is The Drummer. No ma'am, my mother. My mother is both my teacher and my superhero and my best friend. She is the keystone of my education and helps me to groom my skills and abilities. I can never compare my mother's genuine love and care all through my life. Her selfless through are the most valuable position I cling unto. My mother contained prayers and blessings have helped me become successful in education and in my life. She loves me very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Wonderful story and a wonderful moral. Yes, for all the students and for everybody who is learning every day. Maybe I'll also thank you all. I'm also learning from you every day. So we start with our first participant who is Parth. Yes, Parth, can we have you?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I'm part of class 7 and I'm here to share my personal life incident with you all. Mothers hold their children's hand for a while, but their hearts forever. So for me, every day is Mother's Day. This story is based on my life. When I was born, my sister was accepting me because of her insecurity. It was very tough for my mother to handle the two kids, especially when my sister was too young. But she succeeded. When I was 6 months old, I got a very serious respiratory disease called bronchitis. And I was admitted to the hospital, but my mother did a great job as I was not well. When I got recovered, my sister got admission in the Bachpan Play School. So again, it was not easier for my mother to settle my sister and at the same time take care of mine. Mother can't be replaced with something or someone. It's a salute to every mother of the world. Thank you and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Thank you, dear Parth. And your story was really very inspiring. I had goosebumps listening to you because I've been a part of all the trouble your mother was taking throughout life. Okay. So thank you, dear. And it was really inspiring. Okay. It shows that we should never give up, be it any situation for the mothers. Okay. Now I invite Soham. Yes.
Hello, everybody.
My first student of Offbeat Spoken English classes. Proud to introduce you. Thank you, dear. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. There was once a boy named Rahul. He was very innocent. He studied in a very good school. He was very happy. But when he went to higher classes, he started getting bullied. He was very sensitive, so he always came home crying, and the bully threatened him to beat him. The bully threatened to beat him if he told anyone about it. So he kept it as a secret. But his mother started to notice that he was always depressed. He never talked very cheerfully, and he had a very unusual nature, and he also started crying very often. So his mother asked him. Then Rahul didn't say a thing about the bully, but then his mother called the teacher The teacher informed everything about the bully. His mother knew the bully's mom, so she informed her about his son. And the next day, when Rahul came to school, he was wondering why the bully didn't beat him or didn't say any bad words to him. And a month passed by, and he started getting more happier, and his mother also was very joyful. So I would like to end by saying that the moral of the story was that we should never keep everything to ourselves. There is always family that we can share our thoughts.
Yes. Thank you, dear. It's a strong message for all the class 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10 children, especially. Please share what you have with your parents, with your family, with your friends, because that is where you strive to stay. Because the times are hard and we need to come out of that. Thank you, dear Soham. Okay. So, yes, next I invite Shashank to take over.
A wise man once said that God can't be everywhere, that's why he created moms. Well, a human can be inaccurate at creating things, but God can't be. People who have moms are the luckiest on the whole earth. Well, moms can be rigid sometimes, but that doesn't mean that they don't adore us. Around 90,000 children commit a suicide every year because of a problem with their mother. Well, a very good evening to everyone. I am Shashank Sevo, class 9, Dhanbad Public School, Hirak branch. Well, probably just an online branch now. And I'm going to be saying a few lines about my mother today on this auspicious day of Mother's Day. My mother is, from what I think, is the best mother in the world. Well, maybe she can get cranky sometimes, but I think it's just because of all the work she does. She doesn't only have physical stress like doing households, but she also has mental stress. Since my father is busy with his work in RPF of India in Delhi, my mom has to handle all the work here, like the groceries, cleaning of the house, making food, and also the main stress me. Trust me, I may look subtle, but I can be really hard to handle sometimes. But I really try to help my mom sometimes, mainly with bringing groceries and stuff. I would like to share a memory of mine with you. When I was 6, I got in a accident and it was severe. I got hurt a lot, but when my mom said it's gonna be okay, I believed her and it literally started to feel a lot better. This proves that mom's words are just enough. At last, I just want to say that moms are the best thing a person could have in his entire life, and every person says that their mom is the best. So maybe every mom is just the best. So I would request everyone to respect their mother, take out some time for them, and happy Mother's Day to every mother on the whole planet Earth and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Sashank. Wonderfully scripted and very, very nicely you put in your words. Thank you. Last but not the least, I would like to invite Tanmay. I've kept him at the end because he had just requested me that he would take a minute or two extra. So, yes, Tanmay, can we have you with the story?
My mother is charming, her food is enchanting, but her love is everlasting. Good evening to everyone present here. My name is Tanmay Kedyan. Today, in the storytelling competition, I am going to tell a story about a kid and his mother. Once a kid used to live with his mother. They were poor and could earn just to manage their needs. Mother had only one eye, and because of that, kid used to think of her as embarrassment. One day when mother went to kid's school, everyone in school laughed at him and taunted about his mother having only one eye. Due to this, kid started to hate his mother and thought that his mother's presence is just an embarrassment for him and he doesn't want to live with her. So he decided that he would study really hard and will leave his mother. Kid completed his studies and with good grades and landed a good job in another city. He left his mother and got settled in a city. He bought a big house, got married and had kids. He was living a happy, successful life. There he had nothing to remind him of his mom and embarrassment caused because of her. One day his mother came to see him. When kids saw her, they felt scared and went to the kid. When he came to see who was at their door, he found that it was his mother. Seeing her, he said, "Who are you? How dare you come to my house?" Mother understood that her son didn't want to see her and quietly answered, "Oh, I am sorry. I may have gotten the wrong address." Then she just left. That one day, kid got a letter from his school about reunion. After reunion, he went down to his old school, where his mother used to live. When he entered there, he saw that his mother was lying on floor, lifeless, with a piece of paper in her hand. It was a letter to his son. She wrote, "My son, I think my life has been long enough now, and I won't visit you anymore. But would it be too much to ask if I wanted you to come visit me once in a while? I miss you so much. And I was so glad when I heard you were coming for the reunion. But I decided not to go to the school for you. I am sorry. And that I only have one eye. And I was an embarrassment for you. You see, when you were very little, you got into an accident and lost your eye. As a mother, I couldn't stand watching you having to grow up with only one eye. So I gave you mine. I was so proud of my son that was seeing a whole new world for me in my place. With that eye, I was never upset at you for anything you did. I miss you so much. I love you. You mean the world to me."
Wonderful, and a real story which is just apt for the situation, I think. Yes, now thank you, dear Tanmay. And now I want our guest, Roshni ma'am, to say a few words and give her views about the storytelling, ma'am.
So I really enjoyed Renuka ma'am. The dear children were so good. I cannot express how confidently everybody narrated their story. And I really appreciate the way, you know, the education and your offbeat English classes is going. I am really, really excited to be able to say who is I don't know how the winner we are going to announce, but I'm really, like, everybody is a winner today. Everybody was excellent.
Yes, a big hand for my children.
A big round of applause to all the children.
Thank you, dear children, so much. And I hope you all also enjoyed the show, and a happy Mother's Day to each and every mother. And it was great having you all over here. Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope you also enjoyed the show. Thank you.